The idea of the Muslims is the following. What about we make someone else beside Muhammad a pervert? Huh? And then Muhammad will not be the only pervert in the image, in the TV station. Let us find other pervert. So let us make it clear to you Muslims. If it's true that Isaac he married Rebecca at the age of 3, that means a pervert like your prophet. That will not save the ass of your prophet. Your prophet is a pervert, and there's no question about it. However, you potato, all the calculation you make about Rebecca is absolutely false. Why? Because you claim that the minute Rebecca was born is the minute when she was when Abraham heard about her. That's false. And then you assume that when she went to him, she was 3 years old. Where nowhere in the Bible it says that. In fact, I have your friends, the guy who in the Muslim support all the time to weave a singer, he will give you a screwdriver in your anus. This is your friend. Even to refute Muslim about anything they say, he support them. So Muslim, this is the guy you trust. You trust a donkey you get. Go.
The problem, and that is the word for virgin isn't there. Do not believe people who say the word Alma means a virgin. It isn't true. In fact, in Proverbs 30, it's talking about an adulterous woman who's very much not a virgin. Alma means a young woman.
What? Alma. So what Alama is? Alama is a young woman. How the Bible describe Rebecca? As an Alama. We have a word there describe her. Not a child, but as a young woman according to your favorite Antichrist rabbi. Alama. You stupid idiot. When you read there, you will see that Rebecca, she did not have kids for 20 years after, since her marriage. And she is called Akhir in Arabic, which means she's not able to have children. So why she will be called such a name if she is a kid? Is it supposed for a child is 3 years old to give a child? You stupid Abdul. So you assume numbers as you wish. You claim that the news came to Abraham. Abraham, like at that time, they take an airplane. Oh, okay, go take an airplane and fly. And then right away, if we check, we will find right away that it must be many years after. We laugh at you. You, Abdul, are so stupid and so dumb. Do we have any Muslim would dare to debate me? Huh? Are you strong like Rebecca who can carry a container of water, have 20 liters of water on your shoulder? Are you strong like her? So you can come and debate me. You stupid idiot, we die laughing at you. A girl, she is 3 years old, she is carrying a container, have a 20 liter, and then she did water 15 or all the camels the guy he have. Since when a 3 years old can carry water to, do you know how much the camel he drank, the camel? I mean, you Muslims are so silly and so dumb. So Rebecca, she was carrying something Three times more heavy than her? The container alone, by the way, without the water, is going to be heavier than her. The container at that time, they don't make them from plastic like they weight nothing. They make them from a clay. Clay. Let me show you how they look like. I'll try to find an image with the women carrying one, so you can compare. Because if it's a picture only, you will not be able to understand what is really the size we are talking about. They are desperate, my friend. They are desperate. The Abdul is so desperate. And you know what? I'm going to show it to you from Muslims post, not from Christian post. So Rebecca, she was carrying this, and she was 3 years old. I don't know. I have to believe you. I have to. By the way, they put them in their head and they walk with them. They don't hold them with the hands. They balance them. They have like they put too many things in their head, like fabric. So they have a hat specifically made for this purpose, and it make like a bend in their head area. So and they practice it. So they walk. You know, they usually they put their hand around it only when they want to put it down. But you want to convince people, you potato, that a 3 years old was carrying something three times heavier than her. This container is heavier than Rebecca at the age of 3 when it's empty. Anyway, desperate measure when we have a desperate time, and we Muslims are desperate. Our prophet, our books proving that Islam is the religion of pervert. So how we can cover the pervert Muhammad? We have to make everybody a pervert like him. Hmm? Yeah, actually, I think the movie of Superman taken from the story of Rebecca. And the funny is, the Muslim, they refuse anything the rabbi says. And if there's a rabbi, he says something agree with their agenda, right away, this rabbi, he said that. This rabbi, he said that. You stupid idiot. This rabbi followed the Talmud. The Talmud is full of sick stuff. In fact, your prophet, he followed the Talmud. And we can show you tons of, as an example, where we can find, where we can find that the women, she have to wait for 3 months iddah after she got divorced. Is that in the Old Testament? No. This is in the Talmud. All your Islamic so-called practice, Muhammad lived with the Jews in the city of Yathrib, which now called the Medina, and he was copying the Jews. Everything you have. Do we have any Abdul? No, no, I'm not joking. You know, you can let me ask the what his name, Sheikh Uthman. He is learning from AI. Hey, Ketchup boy, how you doing? Is it in the Old Testament or in the Talmud? It mentioned that the woman, when she got divorced, she have to wait for 90 days after she got divorced before she got married again.
That requirement is found in the Talmud, not the Old Testament. The Talmudic law states a woman must wait 90 days after a divorce before remarrying to ensure the paternity of any potential child. This waiting period is known as iddah in Islamic law, which is a similar concept but not the same.
See? Talmud boy. Your Muhammad is a Talmud boy. Where Muhammad he got the 90 days period? From the Talmud. Did you hear it? You don't follow Musa's, you follow the rabbi. And those rabbi, they have a lot of pervert stuff. And the Talmud is full of fiction stories. Actually, most of the stories of Muhammad are taken from the Talmud. Many of it. You are finished, boy. However, after all of this, I have to say, I am kind of jealous. I want to convert to Islam for some time, so I can take women, Muslim women, to the hotel, give them a hamburger, and then halal, halal burger, halal, halal. And then I F them for 3 years. And then the woman, she go in the street, she say, this guy, he F me for 3 years. I say, no, I never even know her. She's mentally ill. And then I will fabricate Photoshop what's up about her. And then I will gang the Dawah boys to support me. Because we are gang, we are Muslim gangs against even Muslim women. And then we claim that we have a scholar. Hmm? Do we have any Abdul from the religion of the fool would like to call me? Mayday, mayday. Any Abdul from the religion of the fool? So we have a clear evidence in your books saying that your prophet and your religion teaching you to be pervert. By the way, I did not mention what the Shia mentioned. Let me show you. In the book of Tahrir al-Wasila, the Khomeini, the founder of the new Islamic State of Iran, he followed the steps of Muhammad. And we know that the Shia, by the way, are more true practicing, like sect than Muslim Sunni. In fact, I challenge any Muslim to say it is not true. This is the book of Tahrir al-Wasila. This is not Tahrir al-Wasila. Hold on. We want Tahrir al-Wasila. Give me a second. This is the book of Al-Khomeini. I prefer to give you the Khomeini book, not other book. The author himself. So this is the book of Tahrir al-Wasila by Al-Khomeini, volume number 2, page number 241, as you see in the screen. All right, Tahrir al-Wasila. And then here you go to issue number 12. And the Muslim Sunni, we showed you, they agree with the Shia. It is not allowed to F a girl In fact, the Muslim Shia are more conservative, by the way, and I will show you why. Because here it says you should not F her until she's 9. We showed you the Muslim Sunni says you can if she can handle it. Doesn't matter what the age is. She is 5, she is 6, she is 4. As long as she can handle it, you can go for it. That's what the Muslim Sunni says, and we showed you that already. If you forgot, we can show it to you again. All right, no problem. Marriage. Uh, you can marry an infant, but you cannot enjoy her until she can handle it. Translation here is very false. There is no minor girl. In Arabic it says radi'a, infant. In fact, the last translation is correct. So you can marry her, you cannot if her until she is able to handle it. So it's forbidden for you to enjoy her sexually, the one who is not able. Do you see it? So if she is able and she is 1 day old, you do it. If she is able and she is 2 years old, you can do it. If she is able and she is 5 years, 7 years, you can do it. So what is what is forbidden for you to practice as a Sunni? Only if she is not able to do so. So what is forbidding you from enjoying her sexually, if she is able or not? And who is the one who would decide who is able? The husband. He married her already, she is his wife. This is the Sunni. The Sunni, they agree, you can marry an infant. In fact, the Imam, the Hanbali, they say you have to F her if she is 9 already, and nobody can stop you, even if she cannot handle it. Let me shorten it so we can play the audio. Here we go.
Hanbalis. If the little girl reaches the age of 9, she is given to the husband, and they do not have the right to detain her after the age of 9, even if she is thin.
Even if she is so small. Do you see it? So now, okay, before that day, if she can handle it, you take her. 6 years, 7 years, 5 years, no problem. However, what if she is so thin, so small? When she reach age of 9, you give her to him, even if she cannot handle it no more. It's in front of you. And this is the Sunni. This is the Sunni. Here they are saying, the Nawawi said, the little one should not be delivered to be ifed, as long the reason for not to be ifed is exist. Which is that? She's too small. It is forbidden to if her as long she cannot handle it, because she is so little, or maybe even crazy. Are we making things up? She cannot tolerate intercourse. This is your religion. So when the Muslim they speak about someone she is fit to be in your bed, they are just talking about if she can be effed without dying. The Shafi'i said The husband can if her, even if she cannot handle the ifing. And this is a Muslim Sunni. However, their family, they can say no if they want. But if you wish, he can go for it. Read it. I'm not making things up. Let us use the full translation. You see, when the text too many, the translation doesn't work with the audio. I like the audio so he can read it.
Al-Shafi'i said, if she is close to puberty and is large enough to tolerate intercourse, then her husband may have intercourse with her. But if she is not able to tolerate intercourse, then her family may prevent her from the husband until she is able to tolerate intercourse.
The word puberty does not exist here. It says balagat, which means reach. When reach, large enough. The translation is false. So when she reach, if she is close to be large enough to tolerate intercourse, then her husband may have intercourse with her. But if she is not able to tolerate intercourse, then her family may prevent her from the husband until she is able to. May. All right. In fact, it says it is permissible for her husband to do intercourse with her even if she don't fit. Read carefully. So the parents, they decide, okay, our daughter, she cannot handle it, but we are talking still about a kid. Otherwise, why the whole discussion is talking about what the discussion is about she can handle it or she cannot handle it. All the discussion we see is about she can live. He will not kill her. Those are the Sunni. What about the Shia? Read with me.
Question 12. It is not permissible to have intercourse with a wife before she completes 9 years of age, whether the marriage is permanent or temporary. As for other forms of pleasure, such as touching with lust, embracing, and thighing, there is nothing wrong with them, even with a baby girl.
Even with the infant. Even with the infant, not baby girl. The Arabic says رضيعة. رضيعة. رضيعة is not an infant. رضيعة is a suckling. This is Islam. Shia and Sunni both is the same shit. So when this potato, he claimed that those people, they have to apologize because Mimi Hijab says 5 years old. I prove to you that you marry an infant, Sunni or Shia, and the effing date of the Shia is when you are 9. However, the Shia agree that if you if her, there is no penalty, no problem, but it's better not. And if a Muslim man, he put his penis inside her vagina, but he don't insert it all the way, there's no sin on that. Read it. Even before the age of 9 for the Shia, there's no problem. And here, by the way, they are not talking only about like losing her virginity. No, they are talking about breaking through into her butt. Excuse my language. Read carefully. And if he insert his penis and he connect her vagina, connected to the urine tube, and the one which is later was going to be for the menstruation too. Still, it's okay. No problem. Imagine you are destroying her body parts. You rip her apart. He's saying, if you do that here in this case, and you insert it and you break those, then she will be forbidden for you forever. In this case, this is Islam. And then you have to pay her money. So Shia, Sunni, it doesn't matter. In fact, the Shia is more better than you. At least they are following the pervert Muhammad more decency. I mean in decent way, which means they are following truly what Muhammad said. Muhammad says we do mut'ah, the Quran says so, the Shia do it now. What the Muslims Sunni do, like Mohammed Hijab, he go and do something called misyar, which is mut'ah. They just change the name. The Muslim Sunni are pervert. They change the name of their crimes, of their pervert action. So the mut'ah in the Quran, they say the hadith says the mut'ah is forbidden. Well, in fact, it's not. Because Umar and Abu Bakr, they practice mut'ah after, and Uthman, they practice mut'ah after Muhammad's death. So if it's forbidden, how they practice it? Tamatta'na ala ahd. We did enjoy mut'ah in the time. The Muslims, they wish as they wish. They make fabrication. The Quran came to do mut'ah. You see it? The Muslim, they did mut'ah with Muhammad. Muhammad did mut'ah with them. Everybody is doing mut'ah. And let me show you how the caliphates, all of them, they do mut'ah after Muhammad's death, which is proving that the Muslim, they lie when they say mut'ah is forbidden. In the best scenario, Muslim Sunni books is not reliable. The one who forbid the mut'ah is Umar al-Khattab, not Muhammad. Let us see if we can find it here. If we could not, we can find it in different way, please. Let us see. Look how dangerous this hadith is, proving Islamic Sunni to be a bunch of pervert liars. This is Sunni hadith, this is not Shia. And this is Sahih. Sahih. The same hadith can be found by Muslim. Sahih Muslim. It says here that Umar al-Khattab, he said, the Quran is the Quran, and the messenger is the messenger. And there was two mut'ah in the time of Muhammad. And I forbid you today from doing them. So, was the mut'ah forbidden by Muhammad? No. Omar, he just acknowledged that the mut'a was exist in the time of Muhammad. And I am Omar, the one who forbid it, not Muhammad. The two pleasure practice during the lifetime of Muhammad. If the mut'a was forbidden during the Muhammad time before he died, this sentence here is wrong. It's obvious. And this is authentic. Authentic. All right. Other hadith. Ali said, Ali, if not Omar, he forbid mut'a, nobody commit fornication. Yeah, because mut'a is is allowing fornication. All right. The one who forbid the mut'a is Omar. Let me show you some reference. See, Abdul, we are not like you. We don't fabricate numbers. We don't fabricate stories. This is your religion. لولا ما سبقني به ابن الخطاب ما زنى إلا شقي. If not, Omar is the one who forbid it, and he command that before me. This is after Muhammad's death. Nobody became doing illegal fornication because mut'a is forbidden by Omar only, not by Muhammad. Not by Muhammad. And this is Omar. This is Ali saying, if not Omar, he is the one who forbid it, I will allow it. And then no Muslim will be accused of fornication ever again. It was only the opinion of Omar, not Muhammad. And now the Muslim, they will say to you, oh, this is a fabricated hadith. Sure, as usual. Right? Anything is fabricated, even if it's a Sahih Muslim, even if it's al-Bukhari. And let me show you. It confirmed from al-Bukhari that the Muslim, they used to F each other by exchanging anything. And this is a practice during Muhammad, during the caliphate after. Read carefully. Read carefully. This is Sahih Muslim. This is Sahih Muslim. We contracted mut'a, not marriage. There's no marriage. Mut'a is not a marriage. Mut'a means sexual enjoyment, not marriage. How that is marriage? The word marriage is not there. Giving a handful of things like, exchange. You go to the women, you are hungry. What do you want? Bread? Okay, I will give you 1 kilo of a flour. Open your legs. It's in front of you. When we did that, during the life of Allah Messenger and during the time of Abu Bakr until Umar forbid it for the case of Umar ibn al-Harith al-Hurayth. So they practiced the mut'ah during Muhammad, they practiced the mut'ah during Abu Bakr, which means after Muhammad's death, and they practiced the mut'ah and even with Umar. And then Umar encountered a case and then he forbid the mut'ah. It's not Muhammad who forbid the mut'ah. This is da'if, this is Sahih Muslim. It's in front of you. This is the religion of the pervert Muhammad. Take it or leave it. Do we have any Muslim who would like to join us? I'm tired, so it's going to be easy for you to take me down. Any Muslim? Are we lying, Muslims? You claim that the Shia, they practice what is not allowed. Will the Quran allow it? You know, one of you actually, he said to me that the Muslim, they say about the hadith we mentioned, that the hadith is invalid because it's against the Quran. Who said that to you? The Muslim Sunni. Forbidding the mut'ah is against the Quran. So do the Muslim take what is against the Quran or not? Yes, they take. In fact, all the religion is against the Quran. All of it. Don't change my topic, my friend. We are not here to talk about any one war. Focus with me. Do we have any Abdul? The Muslim, they don't have balls. They don't need balls. Aisha never had balls. But she was brave to tell us how the Prophet used to fondle her. The Prophet used to fondle me, she said. When I have my menstruation, she said. Imagine if Aisha, she have Facebook in her time, or Twitter. Man, the laundry of Muhammad is all over the place. The Prophet now is putting his penis in my butt. Or the Prophet is taking it back. Or the Prophet, he put it again. Or the Prophet is licking my ears. Or the Prophet, he bite my tongue. In fact, she said the Prophet used to suck my tongue. What? What the Prophet used to do, Aisha? The Prophet used to suck your tongue? Really? Should we put that in the CNN? What kind of a woman she is? I mean, are you pervert people? Why a woman she will go? Imagine you are married, and then you have a wife. She go online and say, "Guys, my husband, Mohammed Hijab, he sucked my tongue." Really? Can you show us how? Are we lying? And look, one will say to you this is Sahih, one will say to you this is Da'if. This is Al-Bukhari. Oh, this is about different hadith actually here. It's weak, brother. It's weak. This hadith is weak. It's weak. I mean, do you see it? It says weak. Hello? Get the breath. First of all, Prophet Muhammad, he was sucking her tongue because he was suffering from some problem. Like, you are a doctor. So what the problem you think it was the reason for sucking her tongue? Get the breath. First of all, it's very simple. Me as a doctor, when a Muslim woman she come to my clinic, I suck her boobs, not only her tongue. Uh-huh. By the way, your prophet, he says that Allah, he sent verses from the sky about suckling a dog. Is that what you are doing? Exactly. Eh, Exactly. So your wife, she suckle the neighbor She gave her boobs to the neighbor. Get a breath. Shame on you. My wife is very conservative. Hey, the Quran says that you can suckle me, you know. Remember? Mimi Hijab, he played my audio saying to Muslim women, suckle me. When the Muslim woman, he cut the video, she was saying Jesus, he played with his mother boobs. And he claimed that this woman, she was young. I don't know how young. I mean, they are talking about 6 years old ready for marriage. The woman, she is obviously over 40, and according to Muslim, she is young. He's speaking to a young Muslim woman. Young Muslim women, she will say to me, Jesus play with his mother boobs, you son of muta. Who wanna suck the tongue of Aisha? Hmm? Do we have any Muslim? Aisha, she is a, you know, she is a laundry publisher. You wanna know every sex Muhammad he do? And look how Aisha. I mean, guys, if you read what Aisha is saying, you will see that Aisha is a whore. Literally. Look at this. This is Bukhari. The Prophet used to embrace me during my menses, and also he used to put his head out of the mosque while he was in itikaf, and I would wash it during my menses. What else? This is not a big deal. Let's show you more. There's no issue here. It's okay. It's okay. Huh? Aisha, she said, the Prophet, he used to fondle me. What he do? Fondle me. What the word fondle mean? He put his penis between her organs while he is fasting. While what? The guy is fasting now, by the way. Just to let you know. It's haram, brother. Haram to have sex. So, wife, what about you open your legs and let me do some brush there? Hmm? And she said, and who of you can control his penis like the Prophet? She's expert. How Aisha, she say that she knew that Muhammad is the best to control his penis? She have expertise? How many men she used to be with them? How someone she is a virgin, she is comparing her husband effing to somebody else? Huh? Like imagine you marry a woman, she claimed that she is a virgin. She say, you are the best man ever I slept with. Man, you're so good. Oh, you are a virgin, how you know? Oh, in my dream. I used to dream about men in my dream. So I mean, like I dream all the time when I get married, you know? But yeah, you are the best in effing. MashaAllah. How she knew? How she knew that Muhammad is the best of effing, controlling? Muhammad, when Aisha she have menstruation, he commanded her to put a sheet between her legs, and possibly he put it in her butt. He fondle you where? Any Muslim can tell us? If she have a sheet, where is the, it says where, a waist warp? Well, what does that mean? Your books. This is your books. Look, those are not translated. They're ashamed to translate them. Mm. If there is any Muslim, decent Muslim woman, she'd like to teach me how to fondle, because I am naive. I don't want it. I want to do it exactly like the Prophet. You remember, we are Muslim Sunni. We have to follow the step of the Prophet. So who going to teach us? Watch.
If you look just at the Quran, you will get the indication that you can have sexual intercourse with a 5-year-old.
Did you hear that? You just said in the Quran doesn't say that. So how Mohammed Hijab he got the indication? If there's no indication, you coward. You just say, look how disgusting. So then what Mohammed Hijab he say? Oh, we have to go and check what the Prophet did. But the Prophet never said, so-called the Prophet Muhammad pervert, he never said what age. In fact, the Quran confirmed that you can have sex with no limit with whoever a child is. So you said we know what the Quran is saying, and look how disgusting. And you said they are the one who claim that it's 5 years old, and look how disgusting they are, because the Quran did not say that. We know what the Quran is saying. So how Muhammad Hijab he come to such indication? Did you hear him?
That you can have sexual intercourse with a 5-year-old. The reason why it's haram to have sex on, you will get the Quran. If you look just at the Quran, you will get the indication that you can have sexual intercourse with a 5-year-old. The reason why it's haram to have sexual intercourse with a 5-year-old is not found in the Quran at all. If you just read the Quran, it is halal, it would be halal to have sexual intercourse with a 5-year-old. Chapter 65, verse 4. Allah.
Thank you. Hey, see, he's a scholar. He remembered a verse in the Quran. It says it clearly, speaking about divorcing children's. And you coward son of Muta, you say to me, nowhere in the Quran have such a thing. So are you saying that Mimi Hijab, when he said the indication of the Quran, will make you believe so?
Intercourse with 5-year-olds. Look at the disgusting lie. You know, as Muslims, we read the Quran regularly. If intercourse with 5-year-olds was something that was permitted, you'd see Muslims doing that flipping.
Exactly. You will see Muslims doing that. And you did. Because Aisha, when she said she was 6 years old, 6 years old in the calendar of us is 5 years old. You use you use the moon calendar. We don't use the moon calendar. And your calendar is shorter than ours. So when Aisha, she say, and doesn't make a difference if it's 5 or 6, you stupid donkey. Like supposedly now 5, it's Muhammad Hijab who said 5, not us. Aisha, she said, take me to court, Abdul. The Prophet, he married me at the age of 6 and he effed me at the age of 9. Does it say that? Now at the age of 9, and this is authentic, as you see, this is Al-Bukhari, this is Sahih Muslim, etc. All right? Now, how Aisha, she was ready to be effed by Muhammad. Read with me. And this is what Mimi Hijab was explaining. And we will play the video. You F a girl, it doesn't matter what her age is. You F her when you think physically she can take it. And I will prove, not only from your Mimi Hijab. I mean, who was Mimi Hijab? He's just a boy. He got famous because of David Wood. Otherwise, just a kid. Idiot. This is the one, the Shia, they call her a whore. Because there's a hadith, she says, we decorate girls so we can hunt men of Quraysh. And this is a Islamic Sunni hadith. So according to your prophet wife, so-called wife, Aisha, she was so little and so small physically. And her mother, she was forcing her to eat certain kind of food for the purpose of what? To be effed by Muhammad. Read carefully. It was narrated that Aisha said, my mother was trying to fatten me. Trying to what? Fatten me. But the purpose of what? What is the project we are working in? Fatten Aisha, adding some pounds. Adding some pound to her vagina, to her butt. When she wanted to send me to the messenger. So what is the purpose of fatting me? To be ifed. And this is telling you that they want to send her to Muhammad. But she is not. She cannot take it. He will kill her if he sleep with her. So what is the solution? Her mother, and what was the age at that time? She is not 6 years old yet. She's not 10 years old, sorry. She's not 9 years old yet. She got married at the age of 6. How in the world you marry 6 years old girl? And then we will go to your lie about Rebecca so we can laugh at you. So my mother was trying to fatten me up when she wanted to send me to the Messenger of Allah when she got married. And which means they try to fatten her since the second they get married. Right away. But nothing worked until I ate a cucumber with date. And then I grow plump like the best of the plump. And now we will understand what Mohammed Hijab was saying. Read carefully. So listen carefully.
Sexual intercourse with 5-year-old. Chapter 65, verse 4. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us who you can divorce and who you cannot divorce. And then he says, وَاللَّائِ لَمْ يَحِدْنَ. وَاللَّائِ لَمْ يَحِدْنَ. And the ones who had never been pubescent before.
Never.
And by the way, this is very important, yeah? I want all Muslims to be aware of this. The reason why we don't have sexual intercourse with 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds or whatever is not because of puberty.
Not.
Wait a minute, what did you say? It's
Did you
not
hear?
because of puberty, because that verse in the Quran actually says lam yahid. They never had puberty before. You can't go around that. The Quran doesn't say anywhere in the Quran that the woman has to be pubescent. I dare you to find one verse in the Quran where it says you're not allowed to marry someone based on harm, or you're not allowed to have sexual intercourse based on harm, or you're not allowed to marry someone based on puberty. Get me one verse in the Quran which says the woman has to be pubescent. You know, in the Quran it says.
And by the way, do you know why the conversation is going this direction? They are Muslim debating Muslims. If they are in front of a Christian, they will deny what they are saying. This is a debate between Muslims. So the laundry, the dirty laundry of Muhammad exposed. If they are speaking to Christians, they will say no. So what Mimi Hijab he said, nowhere in the Quran it says based on harm. In fact, I want to ask Mimi Hijab where it says in the hadith based on harm. In the hadith of Muhammad. You cannot find it. If you say to me, scholars say, will that mean you Muslims are not following Islam because the Quran never says so? If Allah never says so, that means Allah don't care for so. The Muslims, the filthy Quran, the yellow page of Muhammad, says that the kuffar is the one who follow their scholars instead of Allah and the Messiah. In fact, Mimi Hijab, when I spoke to him, the coward, he hung up on me. He asked me to read this verse, and he played my voice. I said, you stupid, you just played my voice, reading it. It says those who took their monks and their rabbis as God instead of Allah and the Messiah, which means Allah and the Messiah are gods. But those who take their monks, which mean their scholars, their rabbis, their scholars, who they obey them and they follow them, they are kuffar. And those who follow their scholars, they are trying to mute the light of Allah. So look at the hypocrisy of the garbage of Muhammad. If the Christian, they follow their scholars, they are guilty and they are bad and they will go to hell. But who the Muslim they follow? Who you follow? If we ask you right now, when Mimi Hijab he said, we don't do it because that will cause harm, you follow who? Who is the one said that to you? Muhammad never. In fact, let me show you what Muhammad said. Here actually we see this hadith here about Fatima. Umar, he wanted to F Fatima when she was a very little young girl. It was narrated from Abdullah ibn blah 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 that the father, his father said, Abu Bakr and Umar, may Allah please be pleased with them, proposed marriage to Fatima. Okay, Abu Bakr and Umar, both they want to F her. But the Messenger of Allah, he said she is so young. And here you notice Muhammad is being hypocrite. In fact, the hadith says, how can I show you that the hadith? That they told Umar, you know what? He is saying that to you because he don't want you to F her. And then right away he gave her to Ali. And not only that, Muhammad, he told Umar, you know what? I'm going to send you Fatima, check her out. See if she is fit to F her. Okay. Because Umar accused him, you are not giving it to me because you don't want to give it to me. You know? Let me show you the garbage of Muhammad. Abdul, we have all your garbage here. All right. Uh, Let us see. Let us get the story for you. And we don't make things up. When Fatima she came, Omar he lift up her skirt to look at her vagina. I'm trying to find the hate in English. If not, we will use the Arabic one. This is how pervert your religion is. Here we go. Oh boy. And I know, you will say to me, this is da'if hadith. Anything is embarrassing is da'if. Islam is da'if. Muhammad is da'if. I mean, everything is da'if, right? But in the book where it's written, never say it's da'if. This is your Islamic Sunni pervert scholar. This is a scholar, not Mimi Hijab, you coward. Mimi Hijab is a scholar now. Musannaf Abu Bakr Abdul Razzaq. The book name Al-Musannaf, Musannaf Abdul Razzaq. All right? And this is volume number 6, page number 163. Hadith number 10352. Omar, he asked for the butt of Ali. Sorry. He asked for her hand. He said to him, but she is young. She is young. This is about the daughter of Ali now here. She's young. You know, what are you talking about? How I can give you this child? She's so young.
Omar asked Ali for his daughter in marriage, but he said, she is young.
Okay. And then it mentioned to Omar that he is trying to use as an excuse because he don't want you to have her. Speak to him again.
It was said to Omar, he only wants to prevent her. He said, so speak to him, and Ali said.
So they said to him, he's trying to prevent you from effing her. Is this an excuse? Since when? We Muslims don't F little girls. So Ali said, okay, I'm going to send her to you. If you think she is fit to be your wife, it's up to you. All right?
Ali said, I will send her to you, and if you are satisfied, she is your wife.
So remember, this is Ali and his daughter. And if I make a mistake in the beginning, I said Muhammad, you know, this is Ali. So, okay, I will send it to you. If you like her, this is the same, you know, like second day. This is not next 10 years after, you know. What Omar, he said when she arrived to his home. So Ali, he sent her to him. And then Omar, he lift up her skirt to check her body. And then she screamed at him, little kid. She said to him, if you are not the caliphate, I will cut your neck.
He said, so he sent her to him. He said, so Omar went and uncovered her leg, and she said, send it, for if you were not the commander of the faithful, I would have struck your neck.
Was she 6 years old, 7 years old, 5 years old, 2 years old? Nobody knows. But obviously the conversation all is about little child. And how they want to check if they can F her or not? They lift up the skirt. And this is the caliphate of the Muslims, Omar. So when this stupid idiot, he claimed that Muslims, they don't do so. You do. And this is Omar. Are you better than Omar? And not only that, imagine how filthy this religion is, that you check a girl by lifting up her clothes and strip her. What Omar, he said when he lifted up her skirt? What he saw? What he was looking for? Her diaper? Are we done? No. We did not even start yet. Muhammad, he encouraged men to have sex with little children. and how we can prove that those are little, very little. There's no age, no limit. So this is the story, and this is Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, as you see, and all of this is authentic. All of this is authentic. And this is the Muslim translation, not the kuffar. This is the pagan Muslim translation, the black stone vagina kissers, the one who go around the Kaaba like a cow. Let us read the shortest hadith of them. And this is Bukhari. My father died and left 7 or 9 girls. Left what? 7 or 9 girls. This guy, he just have girls? Okay. And I married a matron. Allah Messenger said to me, O Jabir, have you married? I said, yes. He said, a virgin or a matron? Here the word virgin is a false translation. It doesn't say virgin, and I will show it to you. It's not about a virgin, about a kid. A kid or a growing woman? Read with me. I replied, a matron, sorry, a widow. He said, why not little kid? Again, they put the word virgin. So you might play with her, and she with you. She play with you. What we are talking about? What play with her? What play with you? What do you mean? Read carefully. And you might amuse her. You will not amuse a growing woman, mature woman, but you can amuse a child, little candy, a toy. Huh? You play with her. We are talking literally about playing with kids. This is the purpose of such a relationship, so-called marriage. And she amuse you. I said, Abdullah, my father died and left girls. I dislike to marry a girl like them. Translation is trying to deceive us. What do you mean he left girls? He left orphans. And I dislike to marry a little girl like them. So I married a lady, so she may look after them. So what Muhammad asking the guy to marry? A child like the orphan he have. The man, he did not marry an old woman. He married a lady, not 90 years old, a young woman. She can physically take care of 7 or 9 girls, little girls. This is your pervert prophet trying to manipulate a married man and say to him, why? Why you go for a woman? Why you don't go to a child? And look how the Muslim translation vary from place to place. Here as an example, they say younger. Other place, the younger is gone. This is Sahih Muslim, authentic hadith. Why you don't marry a young girl? Not only a girl, because the word girl by itself is mean young. We are talking about a very young Jariya. So you could sport with her, and she could sport with you. Pervert. This is why pedophiles, they enjoy relationship with the children's. Sorry, my voice, I spoke to for many hours yesterday, and you know, I'm losing my voice. How disgusting, Abdul said in the video. We Muslims, we know the Quran, we read the Quran frequently, brother. First of all, look how filthy Muhammad is. Is the man complaining? No. Is he unhappy with his marriage? No. Why trying to persuade a man already married to go after little children's? What do you think if somebody saw your son-in-law going home and he say, hey, why you marry someone she is 20 years old? Why you don't go and get someone she is 7, 5, 3 years old? She will amuse you. She will be like a little puppy, like a cat, you know, little cat, kitten. Why you want to go to the cat when you can get the kitten? They are more fun. This is exactly what pedophile is about. And then the story here proved that Muhammad is a clearly pervert, because he's trying to manipulate the man to go after children when he never complained. And then he said to him, refuting his pedophile mind. So he said that my brother or my father, he died in Uhud, is a murderer for the sake of Allah, for your sake. And he left 9 or 7 daughters behind him. I therefore did not approve the idea that I should bring a girl like them. A girl like them. But I prefer to bring a woman who should look after them and teach them good manner. Muhammad here, he felt like, oh, he got me busted. Is that the wise prophet? You Muslims are not pedophiles? What the age of those 9 girls? Guys, just think about it carefully. The father, he died, and he have 9 girls, and all of them, they are too young. So if we assume that this guy was having a child once every 9 months, once a year, that means the oldest is 9. The youngest is 9 months. Or maybe one day. Right? He said 9 daughters or 7, he's not sure, which is weird. So all those are little children's. And what Muhammad is asking the guy understood very well what he meant by the word Jariya. He clearly understood that he's talking about little child. He did not misunderstand, or maybe he's talking about someone she is 16. No. That's why he said, I therefore did not approve of the idea that I should bring a girl like them, but I prefer to bring a woman who should look after them and teach them good manners. A girl like them, like the orphans. In fact, if we go to the Quran, you see the Quran encouraging the Muslim to F the orphans. The orphans. When you go to chapter 4, verse number 23 and 24, you can read them. It mentioned to you that you can F women who they are married. All right? You can. But what about the orphans? What we would do with the orphan? Is it true that the Quran asked the Muslim to F the orphan? Yes, absolutely. Read Allah. So the Muslim cannot do charity to an orphan without effing the orphan. Is that right? Read carefully. Chapter 4, verse number 3. And if you are not be able to deal justly with the orphans, girls. What he's talking about? He's talking about ifing them. So if you cannot if the orphan girls and be just to them when you if them, which means you feed them like a goat. That's what justly in Islam. The man's duty is to provide shelter and food. But you know, people provide shelter and food for dogs too, and cats. In America, if you don't feed your dog, you can stay in jail for a couple of years. Same for animals, any animals. If they found you having a dog and the dog is dying from hunger, you are in big trouble. So if you fear that you cannot be able to deal justly with effing the orphans, then go and if other kind of women, other females. Read it, it's in front of you. And the funny here, it says marry, when the Arabic says fankahu, which means F them. The Muslim says that the word nakaha mean marriage. And by the way, if you don't believe me, you can open the interpretation for this verse. Don't listen to Christian Prince. Open the interpretation and read it. It's about effing orphans, little children. What is the age? Nobody knows. No age. Any orphan. In fact, I can show you from your Islamic books, you coward, that you can if anyone who physically can do it. Physically. Has nothing to do with age. In fact, this is what Mohammed Hijab in the video was saying. Yeah, that's what he said. It's about being physically fit. It's not about the age. Who cares about the age? Nowhere in the Quran mentioned the age. And not in the Hadith too. I challenge any Muslim to show me where Muhammad is say you if somebody and the age of etc. By the way, the Hadith I mentioned to you about ifing, about Omar looking at the legs of Fatima. The Muslim scholars, they agree that the husband who want to marry a child, he can look at all and anywhere there's meat. Anywhere there is meat. I don't want to forget that. And I can give you the reference with no mercy. Let me see. You have to look anywhere. They say to you hijab and burqa. It turned to be you can, before you F a girl, little girl, you have the right to check her butt and her vagina. Check it out. And this is how Islam is. Everyone here will give a different answer. Like here, they are disagreeing and agreeing, like what we can look at. Okay, Omar, he looked at her, he left the skirt, but didn't say he looked at what exactly. But what when you lift a skirt of someone, she is not even her legs is not even 2 foot long. When you lift the skirt, you see what? You see all her body. So he says, Al-Uza'i, he said, that you can look at the meat and all her body.
Al-Azai said, he looks at the areas of flesh, and Dawud said, he looks at her entire body.
Other scholars disagree. This is the religion of Islam. This is the religion of Islam. You can check her out. Let us continue. I mean, what we will say about this garbage religion? Like if you go here, actually, it says you can look at the face, at the hands, at the legs. What? What? Legs? Read. Even you can look at her totally naked. One of the scholars, he says, he looked at her face and her hand. The second, he said, and then after that, he look at what is usually visible, such as her neck, legs, and the like. And the third, he said, he looked at all of her private part and other things, as he stated that it is permissible to look at her naked. Naked. Am I making things up? You coward son of Muta? Are we making things up? You are making things up. You liar. Where the scholars say that? Hold on. This is Al-Azhar University website. This is who? Brother, this is where Mohammed Hijab graduated, brother. What the heck? He graduated from there? So now he knew this? This is Al-Azhar University. Okay. What it says there? Read. Read, potato. Potato. Naked. 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 Imam Ahmad wa Ibn al-Qayyim. Who? Imam Ahmad wa Ibn al-Qayyim. And this is the reference. In the book of Al-Muhalla li Ibn Hazm, volume 9, page number 161. It says, read carefully. It is permissible for the Muslim man to look at the one he want to marry from totally naked.
Ibn al-Qayyim stated that Imam Ahmad stated in a narration that it is permissible to look at a naked woman. See Al-Muhalla by Ibn Hazm, 9161, Dar al-Fikr ed.
What the heck? How many times your brother Mimi Hijab he quoted Ibn al-Qayyim? Huh? How many times he quoted Ibn Hazm? So your Muslim daughter, she wear hijab and burqa, and now Mohammed Hijab is coming to ask for her leg. She have to do striptease, huh? You know what? This is a very good religion. Tomorrow I'm going to go and ask for the hands and the legs and the butt of Muslim girls. But you know, as you know, I need to see first. Are we lying, Muslims? Is a Christian prince providing fake Darul Ifta'ul Masriya, the house of fatwa in Egypt? Do you see it? The house of what? Fatwa, the highest authority of fatwa in Egypt. Potato. And pervert. Potato and pervert. Are we done? No. I wish. Seriously, I wish. We did not even start yet. I'm going to flood you with your poo-poo. Muslims, you are talking to Christian prince. This is why all of you avoid debating me. This is why. Okay. Forget about this and forget about that. Let us bring you something even nicer, shall we? Man, what is nicer is going to be? Sound weird. What does guy he have for us? Let us see. Let us see. Let us see. Let us see where we will go. Let me show you. Are you ready? There is tons of things Muslims they have, but we are trying to show you the one will make it so clear. Read carefully what I will show you. And I'm not going to show you Shia. Later I will show you what the Shia, because you Muslim Sunni and Shia, both of you are pervert. Both of you are pervert. Because you might be a Shia, you attack the Sunni, you might be a Sunni, attack the Shia, thinking that you are better than them. Right? But we know that it's not true. Both of you are pervert. Read with me again. What is the age of a girl you can enjoy her? What about an infant? What? Infant. Can a Muslim marry an infant? Read the title, guys, of the study and the article. The website is The Way to Islam. What is the name of the website? Islamway.net. May Allah bless you, brother. What is the name of the title? Marrying an infant and enjoying her.
Marrying and enjoying a baby girl.
Not a baby girl. False translation, infant. Let's go back. False translation again. Radia is coming from the one is suckling girl from Radia. Remember the chapter about in the Quran, which is the goat ate, which is the breastfeeding for adult. In Arabic, it's called irda'ul kabir, suckling. That one for suckling an adult man. Muslim women, she gave her boobs and her nipples, and he suckled her. And this was a verse in the Quran, the goat ate. May Allah bless that goat. So here the discussion is about the difference between the Sunni and the Shia. The Shia, they agree with no question that you can have sexual enjoyment with the infant, and we will show you that. Now the Muslim Sunni, they're trying to respond to that. Is it true? Are they right? Are they wrong? You will find that the whole study confirmed that there's no age for whatever. Look what it says here. It's mentioned by Abdul Razzaq in the book of Al-Musannaf from Umar, from and Ikrama قال, he said, Umar, he did marry, Umar, the Caliphate, he married Kulthum, the daughter of Ali, when she was little child, playing with kids.
He said, Umar ibn al-Khattab, may God be pleased with him, married Kulthum, daughter of Ali ibn Abi Talib, while she was a slave girl who played with the slave girls.
The word slave here is a false translation. She is little girl, little child. A runner, Jariya, a runner. It can come as a slave too, as other meaning. A runner, a playground girl. All right? Little child playing in the street. So this is Omar. We showed you he asked for the hand of Fatima. He did not give her to him. And now he took Kulthum. In the book of Shawkani, it says, in the book it's called the Nile, it says that all of them, they agree that it's allowed to the father to marry his little daughter, which is still never get married before, you know, even if someone like her cannot be ifed, even if she don't fit. Read carefully.
They agreed that it is permissible for a father to marry off his young virgin daughter, even if she is not someone like him who can be had intercourse with.
Again, translation is not accurate. So it's allowed for a Muslim man to marry his daughter, even though the word marriage here is used in nikah, which is not really a word for marriage. But the Muslim, they claim it's for nikah, mean to if. Nikah in Arabic means two things going inside each other. Literally intercourse. Tanakahatul ashjar. The branches of the tree, they go through each other, like two trees next to each other. The wind shake them. So this is nikah. Branches go inside each other. This is why Muhammad says, when a woman she have her menstruation, do with them everything except nikah. افعلوا كل شيء إلا النكاح. Do everything with them except nikah. And then they say to us that the word nikah means marriage, which is absolutely false. The Muslim don't differentiate between effing and marrying, because marrying is effing anyway for them. It's all about effing. So if we go here in the hadith, you will see Muhammad saying, when your wife even You know, doesn't matter her age. When she have her period, do with them everything except nikah. Where is the hadith? I'm trying to find. All right, let me find the other one. In fact, here is the hadith written in different language. It says illa jima, and there's the other hadith here. It says a jima, which mean the jima mean the nikah. Jima mean effing. Let us see this one. Here we go. So when your wife she have menstruation, do with them everything except nikah. You see it in Arabic? Nikah. Do with them. They are your wife already. You are married to them. So you do with your wives. You put your penis between their legs. The Prophet, he used to order his wife Aisha to put an izar between her legs, and even the blood was covering his dress, which means she is bleeding badly. Yet the pervert Muhammad cannot wait until she is done with her menstruation, even though the Quran says that menstruation is a hurt. Don't approach your wife when they are at hurt. Muhammad, he explained that to his men. Don't put it in, but you can put it around. So do with them everything except intercourse. The Muslim translate. But where is the word intercourse here in the hadith? Where is the word intercourse? Nikah. This is the word nikah.
النكاح.
Do everything except nikah. Do with your women everything except nikah. We continue. We are not done. The disaster continue. So you can, if you can marry your daughter to anyone you wish without her permission, because she doesn't understand even what marriage is. Even if she is not qualified to be effed, and we show you the difference. And here they say it's not for the father to force his daughter to get married if she is mature. And they are talking here about who? The father or the grandfather. They are going like, okay, what if she have no father? Her father, he passed away. What if she have a grandfather? And here you see every Muslim sect have different opinion. Like here is different opinion. Here is different opinion. Here is different opinion. This is the religion of God, and the Quran is so clear. We continue. And look what it says here. Look how dangerous this statement is. Oh, the audio will not work. Let me cut it pieces to make. Actually, I can do that if I open different page. Hold on.
This, and there is no necessary connection between the legitimacy of consummating a marriage contract with a minor girl without consummating the marriage with her and enjoying her. The Sunnis have agreed unanimously on the prohibition of enjoying one who is not able to do so until she grows up, let alone an infant.
The Sunni the Sunni, by the way, this is an article. There's no reference now here. This is just a guy saying that. I could not find that in the article because Sunni, they have different agreement, as we showed you, that you can enjoy, you can marry an infant. So if there is no joy of marrying an infant, so what is the marriage for? What is the marriage for? It's an infant. So here it says there's no connection, and look how stupid they are. They just said in the first line that there's no connection between what is legal and not legal if she because of her age, which means if you marry an infant, you can, but don't enjoy the infant in sex. This is what they're saying. They are not saying you cannot marry an infant. They are saying you can marry an infant, but sexual enjoyment you should not do. And we're talking about infant. Imagine how filthy they are. How in the world those people are discussing sex with infant if they are not pervert? Why even this is a topic to discuss? Unless you are a sick bastard. Are you with me? Why in the world even they are questioning if we can do that or not? Unless you are a pervert. Even animals will not do that. You see animals, dogs, cats, they sniff the female to see if she is mature. This is why they sniff each other. When dogs, they sniff a dog, they sniff their butt. By sniffing there, they can find their age, their, even their food, what they ate. This is the conversation between them. It's a smell. So when a male dog, he sniff a female, he sniff her to see if she is in the heat, she is, she is ready. You don't go after little puppy. Even dogs are better than you. In fact, asking such a question is a proof that Islam is a religion of a pervert. A normal human being will not even think about such a question for a second. Why I want to think about it? How even this question come to my mind? That will not happen unless you are a pervert. We know that Aisha, many years after marrying Muhammad, she's still playing with toys. Let us see together. Muhammad, he opened the curtain on Aisha. He found her playing with some Barbies, the old style Barbies. Muhammad, he said to her, "What is this?" She said, "Those my daughters." They are what? They are my daughters. So imagine the state of Aisha when she is already the wife of Muhammad for many years, not just a day. This is not when Aisha got married. This is many years after. They did not translate the hadith. Look, look, look. There's no translation. No translation. It's gone. Let us see different place. The translation is false. It doesn't say dolls. It doesn't say dolls. She's calling her dolls daughters, girls. Bilbanat. The messenger, he married me when I was 6, and he effed me when he like he did the effing when I was 9, and I used to play with the dolls. The Muslim translation. Sahih. What else? Are we done? No. Aisha, she is playing with the dolls. She called them my daughters. And when Muhammad he enter, she have her friends, and all of them they hide because they're little kids. They run like, oh, you know, like, you know, it's that somebody old is coming here. Let us hide and seek. And then Muhammad called them back, says, come back, play with her. Come back. And you are talking that your prophet and your religion are not approving you to be a pedophile? Look how many hadith. All of those. Even Aisha, she used to play with boys. Why she is allowed to play with boys? Huh? The Muslim did not translate the hadith. Look, there's no translation. They do it on purpose, by the way. They avoid anything will be bad. كنت ألعب مع الصبيان. I used to play with the boys, little boys. And when Muhammad he came, I did hide from him. Little child. And they are saying, no, you know, you are lying about us. We know the Quran very well. You do? You coward? Breastfeeding for adult? If we go to the Shia books, we will find the same garbage. Shia, Sunni doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. In fact, all the Muslim Sunni, the majority of them agree that marrying a child, even if she is 1 day old, is, we showed you that as already. You know, I don't know if you have a good memory or not. We showed you that already. You can marry her, even if she's an infant. What the Sunni they say, we don't agree with the Shia that we should enjoy sexually the infant. And the Muslim, the Sunni, they say, you can give the daughter, your daughter, to the man who marry her as soon as she is ready to be effed. So you like you think about it. Is she ready? Does she look like she can take it? Send her. Ibn Qudama said, it is possible to if a little one, and that depend in her situation and ability to handle it. And he said, and that can be for little one, she can handle it, and maybe older, she cannot handle it. This is Ibn Qudama saying the possibility of intercourse with the little girl is considered based in her condition and her ability to tolerate it. No age. Age does not exist. 5, 6, 7, 2, it doesn't matter. If your daughter, she have a lot of beef, you know, the new husband, he can F her. And this potato, he claimed that Islam does not teach so. Are we lying? This is your garbage in the front of you. All what they are saying is the bent if she can fit to be ifed. And this is what Mimi Hijab said in the video. If she physically fit to be ifed, you F her.
They never had puberty before. You can't go around that. The Quran doesn't say anywhere in the Quran that the woman has to be pubescent. I dare you to find one verse in the Quran where it says you're not allowed to marry someone based on harm, or you're not allowed to have sexual intercourse based on harm, or you're not allowed to marry someone based on puberty. Get me one verse in the Quran which says the woman has to be pubescent. You know, in the Quran it says حُرِّمَتْ عَلَيْكُمْ أُمَّهَاتُكُمْ. It says you're not allowed to marry your mum. It says you're not allowed to marry your sister, your auntie. Where does it say you're not allowed to marry a prepubescent? I'm looking for...
By the way, this is false. The Quran says you cannot marry your daughter, true, but this is still false at the same time. You can. There is exception. If you go in the Quran where it says وَجَعَلْنَاهُ نَسَبًا وَصِهْرًا, chapter 25, verse number 54. And we go and read the interpretation for the verse. Right away, in a few seconds, we will find that a Muslim man, he can if his daughter, if she is a daughter from wedlock, not from marriage, which means from fornication. He can. It is not forbidden for a Muslim to if his daughter and the mother of his daughter. Are we lying, Muslims? No, we are not. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Tafsir al-Qurtubi. You can see it in front of your eyes. Al-Qurtubi. And this is the interpretation for chapter 25, verse 54. And here it says it clearly, Allah, He acknowledged relationship by marriage. Every Muslim agree that if somebody have a child, a daughter or a girl, from that marriage, that person, that child who is born, is not to be acknowledged to be a child of the father, period. He cannot carry the name of the father. He cannot take his inheritance. He cannot be called his son. And here you see how the justice of Islam work. So the father, he if a woman, the woman, she bear a son or a daughter for him, and now neither the son, neither the father, neither the daughter can carry their father name. Look how filthy this religion is. Allah acknowledged only the relationship only by marriage. Ibn al-Arabi said, Nasab, which means lineage, is only by mixing the water of the man and the water of the men of the women by shara, which means by Islamic law, according to the Quran or even Hadith. Anything else, there is no lineage.
Ibn al-Arabi said, lineage is the mixing of water between the male and female according to Islamic law.
So, what if there is a relationship without marriage? Huh? Let us translate and read carefully. A Muslim can if his own daughter.
If it was due to disobedience, then it was an absolute creation and not a confirmed lineage. Therefore, his daughter from fornication is not included under his statement. Your mothers and your daughters are forbidden to you, because she is not his daughter according to the more correct of the two opinions of our scholars and the more correct of the two opinions in religion. If it is not a lineage according to the Sharia, then there is no marriage according to the Sharia. So fornication does not prohibit the daughter of a mother or the mother of a daughter. What is forbidden from what is permissible is not forbidden from what is forbidden,
See?
because Allah has bestowed the favor of lineage and marriage upon His servants and raised their status, and has made the rulings of what is permissible and what is forbidden dependent on them, so falsehood does not attach to them or equal them.
So, your daughter from fornication is not to be considered your daughter according to Islam. Therefore, she is not under the Quran saying it's forbidden for you, your mothers and your daughters. She is not included. Do you see it? Your daughter from fornication is not included under the statement of the Quran. Your mother and your daughters are forbidden to you. Why? Because she is not his daughter according to the most accurate opinion of Islam.